What's up? This is Alaric from Team Apollo, and today I'll be sharing a video on why Singaporeans you are. So I know I always post a lot of very politically correct videos where it's truly adding value and sharing about what I know or what I've learned from the books I've read or anything. But today it'll be a slightly different video. Today I'll be a bearer of bad news, and I know that it was never good to be a bearer of bad news, because let's say if a soldier presents bad news to a commander like Cao Cao, the Cao Cao will get him executed even though it's not his fault at all. So I'm gonna be like a chicken eater today and telling you how the sky is falling, and I'm gonna take a lot of you out of this bubble. And it's gonna be very scary. This whole video is gonna be very scary. But if you still wanna stay in the bubble, by all means go and stay in your bubble and end this video. But if you want to know the truth, then I think I will just begin. So it all started when I was reading this book, Second Chance by Robert Kiyosaki. This is the latest book that he wrote in 2015. Talking about how there will be a Great Depression, and a greater depression bigger than the Great Depression in this coming 2016 or 2017, probably 2017, because now it's already November 2016. So okay, for me, I was also in a bubble. I live in a pretty good pretty decent home. I still have a laptop, I still have like basic necessities. I can eat 3 meals a day. I thought that I was being taken care of. I thought that I'm pretty safe, and the kind of income that I earn definitely can provide for me for quite a long period of time. Now, however, I only started to realize that, hey, shit, I have to do something about my life, because the odds are just not stacked in my favor. Let me give you an example. This was something that when my mentor woke me up. My mentor, he has really been very caring, and he has also opened my eyes. He has been the light that has helped me see. He has opened my eyes and made me realize that, hey, I really have to do something about my life. Okay, so what did he share with me? He shared with me this. He said, Alaric, you see. So he shared me an average Singaporean's life. Okay. So an average Singaporean, can you see? Okay, so an average Singaporean. So first all of us go through the same system. First we go to primary school. Then after that we go to secondary school. Then after that we have 3 choices. Okay, Poly, JC, and ITE. Okay, so I'm just gonna use my life as an example, but it applies all the same. Alright, so Poly. So for me, I went to Singapore Poly, took a business admin. So when I graduated from Poly, I started Poly when I was 16 or 17. So when I graduated from Poly, I was 20 years old. Alright, so after that I have to go to NS. Alright, NS for 2 years, I'll be 22. Now, when I'm in NS, I have 2 choices. I can either, number 1, work a job, or number 2, further my studies. Alright, so for me, most likely I'll be furthering my studies. I'll most likely planning to take a philosophy degree or sociology degree. Not because I have to have a degree but because it's just my interest. But okay, let's say we just go at the normal path where everyone takes a degree. How much does uni fees cost? Okay, uni fees normally cost about 6,000 per semester. 4 years in uni would cost 48,000 because 8 semesters. Okay, so after uni, a 4-year program, I'll be 26 now. 26. Let's say I work a job. How much will my pay be? Okay, a lot of people think it's 3K, 4K for uni grad. Actually, that's not true at all. Currently, most uni grads are earning around 3K minus CPF is about 2.5K a month. Alright, so 2.5K a month, that will be about times 12, 30K a year. Alright, okay, so 30K a year. Now, 30K a year, when do I plan to get married? Let's say I get married at the age of so first of all, this 48K, alright, who's gonna pay for it? Either my parents and all that, but I still have to pay them back my, can you see? Yeah, so I still have to pay them back my uni loans and all that. So if I make 30K a year, how long do I need to pay back 48,000? Assuming I still have expenses and all that, easily another 3 years. So I'll be 29. Congrats, when I'm 29, I'm officially debt free. But this is not what I call debt free. This is what I call broke. Which is scary. Why? Because every single cent I use is to spend on my uni education. So 3 years later, I wouldn't be debt free. I will be broke because I don't have any money left in the bank account. Okay, let's continue the story. Okay, so now I'm 29 years old. Okay, not much money left in my bank account, maybe 10,000, 20,000. All right, and let's say I get married at 30 years old. Okay, let's say I save every single cent that I have. I save 30k. Okay, for the whole year, I have 30k in my bank account now. Let's say I get married. Do you know a wedding in Singapore costs about 50k to 100k? So which means this 30k completely gone. I have around $0 left in my bank account. It means I pay 30k, my wife pay another 30k. Alright? Now, so okay, after when I'm 30 years old, what's the first thing I need to buy? A HDB. How much does a HDB? I'm not even talking about condo or landed property. I'm talking about HDB. How much does a HDB cost? Costs about 500 to 600k. Alright, 500 to 600k. Now, let's say now my salary increases to about maybe 5k a month. Okay, how much is that a year? Around 60k a year. Okay, let's say I save 30k a year and spend another 30k a year. Alright, so 500 to 600k. So I need to put a down payment and all that. Okay, 30 years. Okay, do you know 500 to 600k for HDB? After buying the HDB, what I'm actually paying is not 500 to 600k. I actually end up paying about 1.2 million. Because over a period of 25 years, 40 years, that kind. So 1.2 million, I'm $1.2 million in debt. That's why Robert Kiyosaki says that a house is actually not an asset, a house is a liability. Okay, 1.2 million. I spend 30k a year, I saved 30k a year. How many years do I need to make back 1.2 million? I'll need 40 years. 40 years, so I'll be 70 years old. And congratulations, I am debt free. But this is not what I call debt free, this is what I call broke. And that's when the reality really hit me, because I realized that I mean, it can't be that I don't have a house, I don't buy a house and all that. So I definitely have to go through this. And 5k a month, making saving 30k a year. Saving 30k a year actually is not easy. Most people don't even save 30k a year. And at 70 years old, I have nothing left in my bank account. But congrats, the government takes care of us. We got CPF. So most likely we will get about 500k or 1 million. Let's just say 500k in our CPF. So 500k, right? I'd rather I die at 80 years old compared to 120 years old. Why? Because imagine I die at 120 years old. I have to, my 500k has to last for 50 years. That's 10k a year. That's like $800 a month. Okay? But if let's say I die at 80 years old, at least I still got 50k to use a year. 10 years, 500k, 50k a year. I still can spend about 5k a month. So in this scenario, if I were to work a job like that and be part of this system, I'd rather die early, right? And is there meaning to life? You know, I'm not very sure. So this is the reality that hit me when my mentor shared the average Singaporean life story. Because just look at, and you see, I'm not even counting house, I'm not even counting car, okay, and kids. You know, one kid costs how much or not? One kid costs about 1 million, 2 million just to raise from young all the way until 20. Imagine someone has 3 kids. How many million would that cost? A car, the COE and all that. So many things that an average Singaporean faces. And that's why sometimes I look at aunties and uncles at Toastbox or working at Toastbox or Kofu or anything, and I realize that they are not working there because they enjoy working there, but they are working there because they really don't have the money and they have to work there. They are not doing it because they want it, they're doing it because they have to. So I always feel that in this world there are four types of people. Okay, time, money. People with no time, no money. People with time and no money. People with no time and money. People with time and money. So who are this group of people? No time, no money. Are people who didn't study hard. They end up working a job at a low-paying job like maybe KFC, McDonald's. So they don't have much time and they also don't have much money. So we don't want to be this group of people. Who got time but no money? Maybe students, retirees. They have a lot of time, but let's say they want to travel the world or they want to go clubbing or anything. They have no money to actually spend on the kind of luxuries that they would like. So I also don't want, I mean, we wouldn't want to be this kind of people. Who has no time but got money? Working adults, professionals and all that. I remember there's this lawyer, Subas. He was a super good lawyer, multi-millionaire, and on his deathbed he said, "I regret working so hard because I did not have enough time to spend for my family." Can you imagine you have millions of dollars and you're at your deathbed with cancer or something, and you have no time to spend with your family? I think that's a pretty sad life. So I think we can all agree that we want both time and money, because so long as we are selling our time for money, or let's say someone who works a job and gets paid $10 per hour, he's effectively enslaving himself for $10 per hour. He's effectively selling $10 of his time. Or he's selling 1 hour of his time for $10. So that was quite scary, and it really woke me up. And I had to decide. I had to make a conscious decision. What kind of life do I really want to lead? Do I want to lead a life of scarcity, or do I want to lead a life of abundance? Do I want to lead a life where I cannot even provide for my family, or do I want to lead a life where everything is taken care of, everyone is enjoying their life, everyone is feeling happy? So this was a decision that I made, and that's why I went to read out this book, Second Chance by Robert Kiyosaki. Now this book by Robert Kiyosaki is amazing. Second Chance is his latest book. I would recommend everyone to read it, but only people who are mature enough to be able to understand the financial situation, and who are not afraid to get out of their comfort zone, to get out of their bubble, to find out the truth. Okay, so this book is highly recommended, and so I'll be sharing with you my main takeaway from this book and why our financial system is actually so scary. So if you think about it, how is money created? You see, last time in the past, money was backed by gold. Means let's say I have a bank or what, so I put my gold in the bank and I entrust the person to keep my gold, and I will pay him like interest for it. Whereas now banks pay us interest. How do banks actually pay us interest? Let's think about it this way. So let's assume a scenario where, okay, there are 3 people. Okay, let's say there's only one bank in the world. To make things very simple, I want to show you this analogy will explain how money is being created and why it is so scary that money is being created this way. Now, so let's say I have A. Okay, this guy may be called Adam. So Adam puts Adam puts $100,000 in a bank. Let's say I'm a bank. Okay, I'm B. A, B, and C. Okay, so Adam puts $100,000 in the bank. Now, the banks realize, right? So after this a while, when people put money in the banks realize that people actually don't use most of their money. People only use about 10 to 20% of their savings. Let's say you have $10,000 in your bank account. You only use about maybe 1,000. You won't go lesser than 9,000, 8,000. You always be floating around that area. So what the banks realized was that a lot of people don't actually use all their savings in their bank account. So they came out with this. So they started thinking, hey, since the banks don't put all their money in the don't withdraw all their money in the bank account, why not I lend out the remaining money there to other people? Okay, so let's say A puts $100,000 in the bank account. The bank would lend out maybe $800,000 and keep $200,000 in cash in the safe, so that just in case he needs to withdraw money, the bank still got a bit of money to pay him back, but it doesn't have the full 100,000. Okay, now the bank, right, lends out 80,000 to other people, and he charges interest. Okay, so let's A, B, C, D. Okay, C. Let's say C is a consumer, so he gets a loan from the bank. Okay, he gets a loan of 80K to pay for a property of maybe 80K, right? Now this property developer will put the 80K back into the bank, because let's say there's only one bank, they definitely have to put their cash somewhere. So the 80K will put back in the bank. Now, so in this whole system, 100K come here, 80K go here, 80K go to D pass back 80K. So now bank is net, is net is a zero, what? But however, the C actually has to pay interest to the bank, and the interest can be up to like maybe 3%, 5%, 10% a year. So if you go and think about it, then where does this guy find the interest to pay him? So this guy will have to find the interest from another guy, find from another guy. At the end of the day, he has to find from the interest has to come somewhere. It can't appear from nowhere, and that's how inflation and all that actually forms. Why is this scary? Okay, because right, I left out the most important, the crux and the most scary thing. You see, C gives the developer pass 80K back to the bank. Now out of this 80K, the bank will loan out another maybe 72k, maybe 90% of the thing, depending on the internal rate of return (IRR) of the country sets onto the banks. So I get back the 80k, I'll lend out 72k. 72k pass back to the developer, like many developers are. So 72k pass back, I'll lend out another, maybe 60 over k. Pass back, I'll lend out over, yeah. So right, when this guy deposits 100k in the bank, he actually creates, right, 1 over IRR. So it can be up to 500,000. Means when the guy puts in 100,000 in the bank actually can lend out $500,000 in cash. So the bank is lending out money that doesn't exist. And if that doesn't scare you, I don't know what does. Because when a bank so this is how money is created through debt. So if a bank can lend out money that doesn't exist, what will happen to the economy? First of all, this shows that the value of money is actually that if money can be created so easily, that means there's no intrinsic value of money. There's no money that says that $1 is always pegged to one gold, or $2 always pegged to a certain amount of gold. Money can just be created. And what will this cause, right? When banks can keep printing money, right, what happens is inflation. There will be so much supply of money that no one, like, there are so many there will be so much supply of money, and next time maybe a piece of bread will not just cost $2, it will cost maybe $10 just to buy a piece of bread, because there's so much of money and people would rather inflation. So bear with me. Later on I'll do a full summary of what this whole thing, I'll do a full summary of this, and that's why this, and why is it so scary. So you see, when everyone can actually when money can be created out of nothing, that means that money has no intrinsic value. So when money has no, this is what we call fiat currency, which means fiat stands for something. You can go and Google it up. So which means that it's not backed by gold, it has no intrinsic value. And Buckminster Fuller once said that all fiat currencies will eventually return to its intrinsic value, which is zero. Which means next time the US dollar will not be worth a single cent. The Singapore dollar, almost every currency right now in the market is a fiat currency. Very few currencies right now are backed by gold. Okay, now, so the scary thing is this. You see, money is a concept. Money is an idea. Money is the only reason that makes $50 worth $50 is because everyone believes $50 to be worth $50. That's why I'm willing to exchange my product or service in exchange for this $50, because I know that this $50 I can take and exchange for another product and service. That's why money is that's what money is. That's what money is. Now, so which means the moment everyone realizes that money is not money, or the moment everyone stops trusting that money is money, then money will be worthless. It will just be a piece of paper. It will not be worth anything. And how would that happen? You see, when inflation happens, right? Let's say there's hyperinflation. Last time, Germany, when after the World War II and all that, you need like $1 million just to buy a loaf of bread, or few hundred or few $1,000s just to buy a loaf of bread. So people are unwilling to exchange their products or service for any form of currency. And the same happens for banana notes. Now banana notes, where who will accept banana notes as a form of payment? And it applies for every single currency. Every single fiat currency will eventually go back to its initial value, its intrinsic value, which is zero. And that is very scary, which means the $50 that you have in your pocket right now is not worth anything. It actually has no intrinsic value. And the only reason why you are able to exchange a product and a service now is because everyone in Singapore believes that this is worth money. So I hope that this opens your eyes. So let me summarize everything. Okay, number one, money is created by debt. Okay, money is created from money that doesn't exist. Number two, all fiat currencies return to its intrinsic value. which is 0. Okay, very soon every single currency out there in the market will return to their intrinsic value 0. And number 3, money is money only because people believe it to be. Next time a $50 note, right, will be, when you try to pay for something with a $50 note, it will be as good as paying with monopoly money or with banana notes or with money that can just be printed. And that is really, really very scary. So I hope that I have shared with you about the finance system. And okay, oh yeah, the most scary thing in this book that Robert Kiyosaki said is that he predicts that there will be a depression, a Great Depression that is even worse than the first Great Depression. The first Great Depression happened in 1929. The next Great Depression he predicts is going to happen in either 2016 or 2017. And this depression will be worse than the Great Depression. And the Great Depression, they took 25 years to build back the economy. So I wonder how long this economy is, the upcoming financial crisis is gonna hit. And now a lot of things are shifting. Trump is the president. Yeah, it's scary. There's so much uncertainty out there, and I hope that this worries you and forces you to start taking action. Yeah. So that's all for today, and I'm Alaric, and I'll see you soon.
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger.
That don't kill me, can only make us stronger. I need you to hurry up now, cause I can't wait much longer.